Welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Adam Henderson. On Monday and Wednesday, I showed you two games against lower rated opponents, and this is the first game against someone that is, how should I put this? Legitly scary for me to play against because I know he's in the 1700s, around my own rating. I know he is a formidable opponent. Let's just for fun. Let's see if I can just look at the head-to-head here. So my name's going to be down. All right. So we've played 18 games, and he has won a majority of them because I believe the first number is going to be the one wins. Yeah, so he's won 10 and lost 8. He's a strong player. I don't know what else to say about him, so to keep myself out of trouble, I think I'll end the biographical comments, and let's just take a look at the game. He goes first in this game. Excuse me, yawn. Can't really cut that one out. The yawn came up too quickly for me to pause. Oh, actually, he goes first. He plays a play I was happy to see. And let me look at the placement of this, because I assume it plays on G8. I don't know if he's a Verdi or not. I don't think he is. I guess this one I have to rotate. So my phone is stupid. Oh, he is a Verdi. Well, I hate that. But yeah. And he plays it on a usual spot too. He plays Tom here. And I saw that I had the word Velt, but I guess I could play Velt here, keeping LST, but I didn't like that for some reason. I guess I felt like maybe it was too many consonants. Although I think LST is pretty good, even though it doesn't leave any vowels. It's 10, yeah, it's pretty good. So maybe Velt was okay. Maybe I just wasn't 100% sure on Velt. Yeah, but it's a word. Like, it's just a normal word. For some reason, like normal words, sometimes you become unsure of them because you're just so freaking nervous. I think that's what happens. So here, I didn't like the idea of not keeping any vowels. And the reason was, if I don't keep any vowels, I felt like I was going to be much less likely to bingo. I felt like ESTV was, for some reason, I felt like that was a good leave. Let's see how good that leave that is. What did I leave again? ESTV. So it's not as good as if I had played Velt. So I'm thinking it's probably going to say that Velt was a better play. Yeah, just because it scores more. And LST, for whatever reason, is a lot better. But it was like, I was just like, I don't know, I had it in my head, like, I need to keep a vowel. So I guess, like, how far down is Doll? I guess this is wrong. I mean, Volt I was never gonna play because I considered I was like, oh yeah, it takes like 4 different back hooks. A, E, I, and does it? No, it takes 3. I don't think Volto is a word. No. So it takes 3 different back hooks. Well, so that's not going to be something I'm going to do. So yeah, I played Doll. And he, like he does, he plays a bingo on his next move. Oh, he didn't play it here because, and it's good that he didn't play it here because that would have been bad for him. He plays it here, and I did have the S. He was, I think he probably figured I had the S after a play like Doll. It seems kind of like a fishy play. So he was right. I did have the S. I have taverns, and that's what I played. I don't think there's a whole lot to think about there. I held this play of Keoma. Where does that play? Okay. So you had all the letters to make Keoma. It's just scored so many points. Sometimes I hold a play that's just I know the word, but it's like obscure. So it just when it comes down on the board, um, it just looks so strange that I just have to hold it for a while. I did hold this play for a while. Um, I've seen the word, and also he's a pretty strong player. Doesn't usually play phonies. Uh, I checked what the score would be. I was like, okay, you're going to be 116 to 95 if I accept. And he said yes, and then I accepted. And then he said afterwards, jokingly, I would still have been 116 to 95 even if you didn't accept. All right. So that's his sense of humor. And, right. The game moves on. Yeah, Zax's 62. Hard to argue with that. So I just play it. He plays Youth. Looks like it was the second best play, potentially. So I have the Q-U combination here. It's kind of funny when you have the Z and the X, you play both of them and then you draw the Q-U. Yeah, I played Who here for 53. I just kind of boner easy plays here. Not a whole lot to think about. So yeah, as far as these first 5 plays of the game, like other than maybe Doll, there isn't a whole lot to really be said for like how strong of a player I am, and even on Doll, I think the top experts would say I should have played Velt. Because a lot of these players, like even weaker players, would have found these like Tavern Zaxes who. So let me see what his next play is. So even though I'm scoring a lot, they're not really difficult plays to find. I just got a bit lucky. So he plays Anil. I guess the only thing about Who is that some players might get caught up trying to get rid of the Q immediately, but that was just obviously not the right thing to do. Again, I draw like a whole bunch of I's. I left an I and I draw 2. But it's okay as long as I can get rid of one of them. It's fine. I played Umiak. It's saying that there's 4 plays better. I considered quit, but I don't see why this is better. That can't be right. I considered this as well. Okay, so Mach-Qui is the only one that out of those that I think may actually be better. It's just I missed seeing this play of Mach-Qui. What does that word mean? That doesn't give me a whole lot of information. Okay, this one actually does tell me what it is. It's a thick underbrush. Okay. Kind of a strange word. Yeah. It's not a word I've seen in a while, so I just probably forgot it was a word. So I think if I would have seen that, I would have just played it. I think other than Mach-Qui, though, Umiak is the best play because at least Umiak is blocking, partially blocking the L. So for him to really get a good play, he has to do an 8-letter bingo starting with an L, which is actually harder than it sounds. And importantly, it also blocks bingos through that T in taverns. Obviously, it doesn't block the row 11. But yeah, I've got a lead, so I just want to try to start blocking off lanes now. AII is obviously not great. What is that? Negative 16. So if I draw, there's 22 valves. There's quite a few. If I draw too many valves, I'm going to be in a bad shape. So I'm just hoping not to draw too many valves on my next draw. And he plays Dens. I know where he plays it. So even though you might think, well, 36 is a good score, especially considering he's only down by 42, which actually still is quite a bit. And he created a new lane for himself on where he could potentially hit a huge play ending in the D at 01. I'm still in good shape here because 42 is a decent lead. And the other thing is that I was also not too unhappy with this play because it forces him to burn the S, which, as much as that Umiak's hook is, that's the case S, and it's quite valuable. I mean, obviously there's 2 blanks, so it's not like super valuable, but it's still quite valuable. And I drew one of the blanks, which is great. Exactly what I needed. There's no bingo here. I'm just double checking. Oh, Abigail. Okay, so there is a bingo it doesn't play. That is a great. What does that mean, Abigail? I'm sure I've seen this word. A lady's maid. Okay. Yeah, that's a great play. Just doesn't play here. Yeah. Okay. I just wanted to see if there's any 7s. All right. So yeah, all these plays scored not very much. What did I play here? So I went with Algid, which makes a lot of sense. That's the most dangerous spot. I just want to block it. If he bingos at row 11, he'll take the lead, but it's going to be a slight lead. And thankfully for me, like, he easily could have bingoed on row 11, but how many back hooks does NA take? I wonder how easy this actually is. Okay, so yeah, quite a few. Look at all these. It takes only the A as a back hook, and then it takes all these letters as a front hook. No, this is the front hook's the A, and all these are the back hooks. Okay. So the E is the only vowel it takes. But you can see there's quite a few letters. So he easily could have hit that. And obviously, there's another where, for if some reason he couldn't, he had a bingo, but it didn't play. On row 11, he had this other marginal lane that I just formed. If he had a 7-letter, but that often gives back quite a bit. He plays B fit. I didn't really have a lot of time to think about this rack to try to see if there is maybe a better play. I saw that I had the aeration, but I think I would have even played that if he hadn't just blocked with B fit. So yeah, I had some options. I went with the air radio. I didn't even see aerobia. So I mean, it is a little scary that he could come back with his own bingo. A strong player like him very often does just bingo right back immediately, and that would have gone on the top row and would have probably given him a slight lead. But I got lucky. He didn't have a good way of bingoing immediately. He just plays Joe here. That J would have killed any chances for him to bingo. And then I just drew the other blank, which is nice. I don't have any bingo, so I just play bop. He plays other, and then at this point I'm very likely to win after other. So he's just trying to try to draw the blank himself and bingo on row 15, I guess. And if not that, bingo from the H. He holds this play of plan 8 and thinks for a good moment. He told me after the game that he knew the word platane, but he wasn't so sure of plan 8. But yeah, they're both good. And here he actually blocks a bingo that I had diluting, and he blocks that with very. What did I play here? I went with just dup. And the weird thing about this play of dup was, for some reason, I had considered the fact that if I drew 2 E's, I would have retying. I don't know why I thought of that. I was just making a play that I thought was reasonable. When I played dup, I was like, okay. And if I have draw 2 E's, I have retying and maybe some other things. He actually looked for a while and he had mistracked what I had, which is always nice. I think he said he thought I had a V. And he ended up playing lurked and just allowing me to play my bingo of retying. Well, I had a reignite as well. They score the same. He actually challenged this because he wasn't 100%. And so he challenges. It comes back good. And wow, I won this game 508 to 290. He must have misscored something. So yeah, great. I felt really good going 3-0 after defeating somebody that actually wins slightly more of our games in our head to head. Very strong player. I was very happy, and yeah, what a game, what a tournament. So I'm feeling great, uh, and it really helps because I'm going to nationals. Having a good tournament like this is going to help my confidence, which was something I had so much anxiety during this tournament. It's quite obvious that I could use a confidence boost. So I felt like this going to this tournament was very beneficial for me. All right, put any comments you have. I'll just repeat that I'm going to nationals, and the nationals I'm going to is the NASPA one in Baltimore. Expensive trip, going to be cost me over $2,000, but I have enough money to just barely do that, and I'm hoping to at least get some prize money. I am seated. I don't want to show you it because it'll reveal my rating, but I'm rated up there. I'll show you after the last game, and we'll talk about it. But yeah, exciting stuff. 3 more games to analyze in this tournament. I think you'll like the next one. There is something surprising that happens in the next game, and I don't think you'll want to miss. I don't think you'll want to miss the next game that I analyze. So you'll just have that's a cliffhanger for next week, and I'll see you in the next video. Please like and subscribe. Take care.